Hi future Pokemon trainers, today we're having a look at the Pokemon roster for Pokemon Unite. Pokemon Unite is a 5v5 MOBA that's set to release for Switch in July and mobile for September. It's a free-to-play game, well free-to-start game, whatever that means, but I think it's free-to-play. And yeah, I'm really excited for it to come out. But yeah, let's jump into all the stats. I have more videos about Pokemon Unite which I'll have linked down below. First we have Pikachu. Pikachu is a Pokemon that excels at attacking opponents from far away with electricity. Sometimes the attacks even leave opposing Pokemons paralyzed, so I guess it's some sort of crowd control. So Pikachu is an attacker. They're ranged, as you can see over here. They have high offense, low endurance, medium mobility, low scoring, and low support. And Pikachu is considered very easy to play by Pokemon. So down here, we can't actually click these, but they have little screenshots of what the evolution and the moves are. So for Pikachu, they showed a move which is at level 9, this Pokemon learns its Unite move. So Unite must be the ultimate, and that is Thunderstorm. Looks really big, it's an area effect, so it probably hits a lot of enemies in this big area. And next we have Charizard. So Charizard is an all-rounder, so I think that's like a jack of all trades in a way, is melee, difficulty easy, so novice, offense is pretty high, endurance is medium, mobility is medium, scoring is medium, and support is very low. Charizard, when it's still a Charmander, is not the most reliable, but when it evolves into Charizard, it can use its powerful moves to attack and deal damage over a wide area. So it looks like he has a lot of wide area moves. So at level 1 Charmander, level 4 Charmeleon, and level 9 Charizard. So it looks like level 9, I don't think it's the max level, but it's when you get your ultimate and your evolution, from what I'm assuming here from Pikachu. Next we have Snorlax. So Snorlax is a defender, so a tank, and is melee. Difficulty easy as well. He has low offense, high endurance, so probably very tanky, low mobility, low scoring, but medium support. So Snorlax can take a lot of hits. It's a dependable Pokemon that can protect its allies from harm. So with Snorlax, you basically just want to use him to tank the damage from the enemy team. I play a lot of MOBAs, so I've played MOBAs for like 9 years, so this is actually really familiar for me, which is really nice. So for progression, at level 10, oh okay, so it's not the same levels, but for Snorlax, at level 10 is when he learns his Unite move, and that is Power Nap. I'm guessing it's a buff, so it seems to buff allies around you if it's a buff. Otherwise, if it's a debuff, I would also think that it puts enemies to... No, Power Nap makes him stronger, so it makes his allies stronger. Okay, that's really interesting. Next, we have Crustle. So Crustle is a defender and is melee. Difficulty novice, so pretty easy to play. Low offense, almost high endurance. Mobility is low, scoring is low, but support is medium. Crustle hides its opponents using many different, hinders its opponents, using many different moves. Down here, it only evolves twice apparently, so from Dwebble to Crustle. That's really interesting. It hinders, so it probably debuffs or stops enemies from doing things, so that's really, really interesting. Next we have Greninja. Greninja is a Pokemon that uses smoke screens and illusory copies of itself to hide. So it is attacker and it's ranged. It's a difficulty expert, so it's a pretty difficult Pokemon to play. High offense, low endurance, medium mobility, medium scoring, and almost no support. So maybe Greninja is like an assassin maybe. Greninja has Froakie to Frogada, and then to Greninja at level 7, so pretty cool. Next we have Eldegoss. Eldegoss is a supporter, the first supporter we have on this list, and is range. Difficulty easy, low offense, low endurance, medium mobility, medium scoring, but almost a higher support. Eldegoss is a master supporter that can restore its allies' HP and boost their movement speed. So Eldegoss apparently heals their allies and also gives you a buff when you're faster. So you got from Gossifleur, I can't say it, to Eldegoss. Awesome, that's really interesting. So that's our first support that we've come across. Next we have Talonflame. Talonflame is a speedster. That's interesting, I don't know what that means. A speedster, and is melee. Maybe flying? Maybe that's what they call flying, I don't know, my guess. So offense is medium, endurance is low, mobility is really high, so I guess that has to do with the flying. And maybe that's why they call it Speedster. He must be like super fast. Scoring is pretty high. Support is very low. Talonflame toys with the opposing team by using its moves to quickly maneuver itself and fly over obstacles. So it must fly like over walls and stuff, which is really cool. So we have Fletching, Fletchinder, and Talonflame. Very, very interesting. Next we have Lucario. Lucario is an all-rounder, so I think that's, again, maybe like a jack of all trades maybe. I'm not too sure. I could be completely wrong. And it's melee. Difficulty expert, so pretty hard to play. He has medium offense, medium endurance, a little bit higher on the mobility scale, medium scoring, and low support. Lucario is a well-balanced Pokemon that combines speed and attack power. So he has speed and power. Maybe that's what all-rounder means. I'm not too sure. He has his moves. So level 9, he learns its Unite move, the Aura Cannon, and it's a ranged attack. So it might be just a big damage attack that probably goes pretty far. That's really cool. Oh, it says here, a cannon that sends out an aura blast that deals massive damage to opponents. Okay, so it's pretty much just that. Next, we have Venusaur. Venusaur is an attacker and is range difficulty intermediate. If its moves land successfully, Venusaur can deal a huge amount of damage to its opponents even from far away. So offense is high, endurance is low, mobility is low, scoring is medium, and support is low. So this one seems just to be a damage Pokemon. Very high offense for Bulbasaur to Ivysaur to Venusaur. Next we have Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime is a supporter and he is melee. Difficulty intermediate, so just on the medium scale of like not too hard to play but not too easy. Low offense, high endurance, low mobility, low scoring, but high support. Mr. Mime specializes in hindering opposing Pokemon with its tricky moves. So that's how it will support you. And at level 9 he learns Showtime, which is an area ability. Its Unite move, Showtime, it's a mysterious pantomime that stuns opponents in the area around it. So it's basically just a huge AoE stun. That's really gonna be really strong in team fights. Next we have Slowbro. Slowbro is a defender and is ranged. Medium difficulty. Offense is low, endurance is high, mobility is low, scoring is low, and support is high. No matter the situation, Slowbro goes about its life at its own pace, don't we all? With its characteristic high defense and blissful awareness, Slowbro is unfazed by opponents' attacks. So down here we have Slowpoke level 1, Slowbro level 4. So it looks like it just stops here. But yeah, very interesting. It's defender and it's ranged. I'm very excited to try him. Next we have Absol. Absol is a Pokemon that can close the distance in an instant and deal massive amounts of damage. So Absol is a speedster, just like Talonflame, and is melee. Difficulty expert. So offense is pretty high, it was almost at the highest. Endurance is low, mobility is high, scoring is medium, and support is low. Very interesting. So he just seems to be like a damage Pokemon with lots of mobility. And on level 9, its Unite move is Midnight Slash, an attack which Absol slashes and throws opposing Pokemon while dealing great damage to them. So he throws them and deals damage to them. So basically it seems like he can push them away. That could be really good in like fights where you have to get them away from your squishy targets or just away from you. I need to drink some water, sorry. Next we have Machamp. Machamp is an all-rounder and melee. Difficulty intermediate. Offense is high, endurance is medium, mobility is medium, scoring is medium, and support is low. So Machamp is a Pokemon that specializes in melee combat, powered by its strong fighting moves. Very cool. So next we have Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff learns a lot of moves that can stop opponents in their tracks, making it well suited for using teamwork tactics with its allies in battle. So Wigglytuff is a supporter and is range, intermediate difficulty. Offense is low, endurance is medium, mobility is medium, scoring is low, and support is high. So high supporter from Jigglypuff to Wigglytuff. So it seems like Jigglytuff is probably like maybe full of either crowd control, stops them in the tracks, looks like a lot of crowd control. Next we have Alolan Ninetales, attacker and range, difficulty intermediate. Offense high, endurance low, mobility low, scoring medium, and support medium. Elonia Ninetales uses moves that freeze its opponents in ice, making them unable to move or attack. So it looks like, again, a lot of crowd control, which makes sense because ice slows and stuff like that. So Elonia Vulpix to Elonia Ninetales. Really cool. Next we have Camarant. Camarant is an attacker and is range very hard to play. It's an expert difficulty. Offense is high, endurance is medium, mobility is medium, scoring is low, support is low. Camarant is the gold Pokemon. Camarant's ability, Goat Missile, allows it to attack by spitting out prey it launches if dive by through is giving out. The Unite move is Gatling Gulp Missile. Its Unite move, Gatling Gulp Missile, is another of Camarant's specialties. It shoots out a flurry of Gulp Missiles at any opposing Pokemon that approaches. So it's like just like a damage ability, I guess. I think it's just damage anyway because it's just high offense. Next we have Genga. Genga is a speedster and is melee, difficulty expert, so pretty hard to play. Offense is pretty high, endurance is low, mobility is high, scoring is medium, support is low. Genga's a Pokemon that lurks in the shadows, is a master of surprise attacks. Stop. My voice is just not having it. Ghastly is level 1, Haunter level 5, Genga level 9. Thank you for listening to me sound like I'm basically just breaking down. Next we have Garchomp. Garchomp is an all-rounder and is melee. Difficulty medium. Offense is high, endurance is high, mobility is medium, scoring is medium, and support is low. Garchomp's ability, Rough Skin, means it can sometimes cause damage to Pokemon that hit it. So opponents that attack Garchomp carelessly may just get struck back. What's more, using Dig lets Garchomp sneak attack its opponents from underground. So here we have Gibble, Gabite, and Garchomp. Oh. We also have the progression. So Garchomp's Unite move is Livid Outrage, which is an attack in which Garchomp gives into its furious rage and attacks its opponents. Very interesting. That's my most used word, interesting. Lastly, this is our last one. No, I didn't want it to end. We have Cinderace. Cinderace is an attacker and is range difficulty novice. Cinderace doesn't have high attack power. It also got the speed to drive opponents crazy. Oh, it doesn't just have high attack power. Okay, so high offense, low endurance, medium mobility, medium scoring, and low support. So from what I've gathered from this is that we haven't got a lot of high scoring Pokemons, which is interesting. So Scorbunny, Raboot, and Cinderace. You would think he would have high scoring just because this picture that they use looks like he plays like soccer. But yeah. So that is all the Pokemons and all their stats. Who are you most excited to play? I have no idea who I want to play. I kind of want to... Honestly, Cinderace looks really fun. I really want to play Cinderace. Just going back, because we can see what their moves now. So Thunderstorm is an attack that blasts all surrounding opposing Pokemon with powerful lightning. We'll just have a look at the ones that I didn't read out. An attack in which Snorlax nods off and can roll around in its sleep to attack its opponents. That is so funny. I think that was that it? Was that the only ones that I missed? Oh, here we go. An attack that lifts Eldergloss into the air to slam down onto the ground, restoring HP to allies and dealing damage to opposing Pokemon. Talonflame charges forward over a long distance, which while cloaked in flames, shoving its opponents aside. Okay, so that's where we ended there. Okay, cool. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna make lots of videos on this game. I'm gonna have a gameplay of every single one, and I'm gonna have like a guide for every single one as well. So yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you guys are also keen to play Pokemon Unite. I hope to see you on the battlefield. Subscribe, click the bell for more information videos on Pokemon Unite. I'll make tier lists and things like that as well. Like the video if you enjoyed this, if you found this interesting. Subscribe and click the bell. Comment down below who you're excited to play, who you're going to play first. Like, which Pokemon are you going to play first? And that is all for today's video. Bye!